Hey everybody, welcome back for another episode here at T. Roy Cooks. I appreciate you joining me once again. I've had quite a few people ask how I set up my Weber Smokey Mountain to do a long, low, and slow cook. I like to cook about 225 Fahrenheit in that range, and I'm talking about a cook that's like 8+ hours. So I like to use the Minion Method. This is more of an instructional type video than a cooking video, so you won't see a lot of cooking here, but I will show you how I set up my Weber Smokey Mountain, how you maintain the temp on it, and it's going to be a great one. Y'all stick around. Here we go. Well, here she is, my 22 1/2 inch Weber Smokey Mountain. This thing's probably about 4 years old now. She's been a good one too. It's a great little smoker. I'm going to point out some add-ons. First off, you notice this big huge honking dial right here. This is about a 4.5, maybe 5 inch dial. I got it off of Amazon from River Country, and I'll put a link down below. Y'all can check that out if you want. I actually like this one not only because of the size. I can see the temperature of my Weber Smokey Mountain from really far away, even if I'm in the pool. That's why I got this, so I could see it from far away. But it's also got an adjustable dial on the back, so that I've got this thing tuned in to the grate level. Alright, so my grate level is what this thing will read because I've adjusted it. So again, let's open this thing up, show you what we got here. Got the top here, and I've got the grate, got a water pan down in here, and also I did buy a stainless steel door. I have not put it on yet, so I'm still using this one. Let's separate that. Got the fire ring down here. And this is something else I did, which I think helps with the charcoal. If you notice, the Weber Smokey Mountain comes with this basic charcoal grate right here. I took a smaller one, like about I don't know, 14 inch or so, and just took some copper wire and basically twisted the copper wire around different points to hold this one onto this one, and I crisscrossed it so you got a lot finer mesh for the coals to fall through. That helps. Alright, and I will tell you too, the Weber Smokey Mountain it was designed to use Kingsford charcoal blue, okay? The original Kingsford charcoal. So that's what I use in my Weber Smokey Mountain. You're welcome to use lump or whatever, but I will tell you, lump charcoal burns hot, so you may have a hard time keeping the temps low. Use Kingsford blue charcoal. That's what it was designed for. Yep, it's going to be some nice low and slow cooking when you use Kingsford, trust me. Alright folks, you can see I put my fire ring back in here, ready to load it up with charcoal. I wanted to point out something too. If you've ever used a Weber kettle, you can do the same thing with this. Just take your grate, you're going to put your meat on, sit it right there, you got you a nice Weber kettle. Not exactly the same, but it does work. I've done plenty of steaks this way folks, and it's great. So, you get your Kingsford, or whatever charcoal you want. I use briquettes though. Alright, now you can see, this is a large bag. This is the 14.5, I think, 15.5 ounce, I'm sorry, 15.4 pound bag. And again, this is a full bag like this will last you a good 12 to 15 hours. Make you a little hole in the middle. Alright. Just like so. Alright, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my charcoal, put it in my my chimney, the rest of it, and fire it up and get it going. And I'm going to dump that charcoal that's fired up into the center of this fire pan, and that's going to slowly heat the other ones around it, give you the nice long slow cook. It's called the Minion Method. You can also do a snake method with your charcoal, which will give you a nice long slow cook as well. I like this method though. That's the way we're going with it. Let's light up that chimney. Alright everybody, this is the chimney. This is the way you normally fill it up. Put your coals and everything down here. Stuck you some paper in the bottom. Tell you what I like to do though, I like to flip it upside down because I'm not heating a bunch of coals. Get your fire starter there. Put the rest of these charcoals in here. That's probably like 15 or 18 or so. If you have any left, just dump them down here. Back in the Weber Smokey Mountain. Alright, now let's light this. Alright folks, my coals are just about ready. See the ash stuff over here. I'm going to throw some pecan chunks in there. Just use whatever kind of wood that you like. You don't need a whole lot with the Weber Smokey Mountain. Just like so. And also, I like to put them, there's a vent hole there, there's one down here, and there's one here. I kind of like to put my wood around where the vent holes are. They're about, just like that. Got a few stragglers of charcoal down here. Those up there. Alright folks, now some of you may be asking, why didn't I put the wood down into the charcoal? Simple answer. Meat will only accept smoke flavor until it reaches about 140 degrees Fahrenheit internal. So you're going to be smoking like the first half of your cook. If it's like an 8-hour cook, you're going to be smoking about 3 or 4 hours. You don't want to put more smoke on after, it's going to make it bitter. So I don't bury my wood down in my charcoal. I just lay it right on top and let the first part of the smoke get into the meat, and then it's all heat from the charcoal briquettes after that to finish cooking the meat. So simple answer, man. That's all you do. So we're going to dump all this charcoal, and again, this is probably like 15, 18 briquettes, somewhere in there, right in the middle. Just like that. That's all she wrote, folks. If you want, you can kind of keep them in the middle. That's what I like to do. All right, and then we're going to finish putting the Weber Smokey Mountain together. And again, all the bottom vents are wide open. You want to keep them wide open until you start reaching the temp that you want to cook at. So let's fill up the water pan. That's another thing too. A lot of people, they put sand or ceramic bricks in their water pan, don't even use the water pan. I look at it this way. Weber made a water pan for the Weber Smokey Mountain. It was designed to put water in it. I put water in mine. I know it's a heated debate out there in the barbecue forums and stuff, but to each their own. Do it your way. Whatever works for you is best. This is the way I do it. I like to put water in my water pan. Sometimes I put a little aromatics like some rosemary, thyme, you know, stuff like that in there. But most of the time it's just plain water. Throw you some beer in there if you want. Anywho, we're going to throw a little bit of water in there. And we're going to get to cooking. Bring this thing up to temp here. And I like to fill my water pan about 3/4 of the way up. And I don't put any foil inside of it or anything. I'm just putting water directly in the water pan. And you can check it after, depending on how hot you're running your Weber Smokey Mountain, you may need to add water about, you know, midway to 3/4 of the way through the cook. I usually don't have to. There we go. Shut it back down. Put the lid on it. Make sure your lid vent is all the way open. And again, make sure your bottom 3 vents are all the way open. She's coming up to temp. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna let it come up to about 225 and we'll pick back up that point. Alright folks, it's been about 10 minutes since I put the lid on it and we're already up to 225. Again, all of the vents, 3 in the bottom and 1 here at the top, they're all fully open. So we need to start taming the fire back just a little bit because we've reached our temp we want to cook at. Now what you want to do is leave this top vent back here. Spin it around. This top vent over here, just leave this one wide open the entire cook. I never mess with this vent. You control your temps by using the vents down below. So let's swing you down there and show you what I do. Alright folks, we're looking at the bottom of the Weber Smokey Mountain. Got 3 of these. 1 over there, 1 over here, and 1 right here in the center. Now, I like to close these down about the width of a pencil. That's about 1/4 of an inch. So close all of these down about 1/4 of an inch. So you can fit a pencil in there. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and close the rest of them, but I just wanted to show you how this is set up. Yours may be a little bit different, and sometimes I have to actually close down one of the 3 vents on the bottom just to try to maintain. It depends on the temperatures outside, depends on the wind, depends on a lot of different factors, depends on how fresh your charcoal is. A lot of different factors go into it, but generally I've got 3 vents on the bottom, and they're all closed about the width of a pencil, or 1/4 of an inch, thereabouts. So I'm gonna do that and close the rest of them down. We'll meet you back here shortly, and we'll catch back up and we'll see how we're maintaining 225. May have to do some more adjusting. Just stay tuned. We'll be back. Alright folks, it's been about 10 minutes since I shut the vents down to a 1/4 inch, and we're getting creeping up a little bit towards the 250 instead of staying down to 225. So I'm going to shut down one of these bottom vents. So that just leaves 2 vents on the bottom that are 1/4 inch or so, opened up 1/4 inch or so, and the top vent again wide open. Don't touch that top vent, just let her go wide open. That's all you need right there. So I need to clean my grate. Let's do that. Get ready to put some meat on here for you. Let's give her a nice little brush. And this grate's warmed up since the Weber Smokey Mountain's been going now for, well, with the lid on, it's probably been going about 20-25 minutes. But I'm going to let this thing maintain about 225. We'll check on it here in another 10 minutes or so, and we'll be right back. Alright everybody, as you can see, it's been about 10 minutes and we're still cranking up the heat in there, holding about 250. And it is the dead heat of summer right now. This is July in North America. So you may have trouble maintaining 225 in the wintertime is what I'm getting at. In the summertime, with the hot sun hitting this black Weber Smokey Mountain, it's generating heat just from the metal. And then you got the charcoal in there. So anyway, what I'm getting to is the 2 vents that are left open on the bottom, I'm going to shut those down to about 1/8 of an inch. Shut them down about halfway from where we started, and give it about another 10-15 minutes, and let's see what the temp does at that point. We're getting there, folks. Just hang in there. You got to keep adjusting it. But I tell you what, these Weber Smokey Mountains, once you get the temp set, baby, you can go all night with this thing. You ain't got to touch it. Yeah, I'll show you. Y'all stick around. We're going to give it a little bit, see if we can get her back down to 225. Be right back. All right, everybody, we are back. Let's see what time it is here. Yeah, there we go. About 1:30 Sunday. Hope y'all can see that. Anyway, we're holding about 225, and we're going to go on and throw on some meat real quick. Just like so. It's just a beef rib I had my butcher slice up. Hey everybody, we're back. It has been an hour. It's 2:30, 2:32 actually. And we're still holding about 225, 230-ish, somewhere in that range. Now, I'm going to show you the meat real quick. Meat's looking really good. It's pulling away from the bone a little bit. But I did want to let you know that I did have to close off, hang on, get over here. I did have to close off 2 of the bottom vents. The one that's left open is just barely cracked. And again, dead heat of summer. Sun's hitting down on this Weber Smokey Mountain, keeping it warm too. So when you do that, it actually gives you a lot longer to cook. I can probably get 15-16 hours out of this since I'm barely cracking one of the bottom vents open. So there you go. In the wintertime, you'd have to crank them open a little bit more, or if it's raining or real windy, you know, you just got to play with the vents. Just maintain that temp, and once you get it set, it pretty much is a set it and forget it kind of cooker, this Weber Smokey Mountain. So once you get it dialed in, you're good to go pretty much until you start running out of fuel. But that's going to be a long time away. Anyway, we'll keep checking on it. We'll be back here in a little bit. Hey everybody, it's been a long day. This Weber Smokey Mountain's been working fabulous, as I knew it would. She's been maintaining 225 the entire day, folks. 225, 235. She doesn't vary very much at all. Tell you what, it's 9:01. How about that? 9:01 p.m. Again, sun's already set back behind me over here, and I just got to tell you, man, these Weber Smokey Mountains They're truly set it and forget it. I went inside, chilled out for, you know, half the day or so. I come out here and check on it every once in a while just to check on it, but I didn't have to touch anything. Tell you what, man, this is well worth the money. It's the best smoker for the money that you can buy on the planet. I tell you, Weber Smokey Mountains. Love these things. Y'all check this out. Alright, see, we're still maintaining 235, 240 there somewhere. But tell you, man, this thing is just fabulous. And it's getting towards the end of the cook. It's what, 9 o'clock? Yeah, 9 o'clock. So it's been on about 7.5 hours. We're gonna pull this meat off. And this meat, it should be about done. Let's check it real quick just to be sure. Where's my probe at? Right here. Here we go. See what this meat's looking like here. 190, 191. That could go a little bit more. 196, 196. There you go. Yeah, we could actually go a little bit more. In fact, I think I will. But anywho, I just wanted to show y'all. I'm fixing to pull this stuff off here within the next half hour. I'll probably do an 8-hour cook. And just so you know, when the Weber Smokey Mountain starts getting down to like when you put a full load on, like I did today, when it starts getting to like the 10th, 11th hour or something like that, if it starts dropping in temp, of course, open your vents on the bottom. But if that doesn't help, you may need to stir the coals up a little bit. You know, just get you a poker or a stick or something, just kind of knock the ash off of them. Get as much as you can off of those coals. And if you're doing like an 18, a 24-hour cook, knock the ash off and then put some more coals on there before the original coals die out. That way you don't have to relight and you don't mess with the temperature in the pit and all that. But I'll tell you what, man, you get you one of these Weber Smokey Mountains. These things are fabulous. If you've already got one, I hope this helped you. But as far as having a smoker that you don't have to worry about maintaining the fire and all that, you can't get any easier than these Weber Smokey Mountains. So hope y'all enjoyed this instructional video. I'm fixing to go enjoy these beef ribs. Folks, again, I appreciate it. Y'all like this, y'all give me a thumbs up. Hope y'all share the video, and when you do, tell all of your friends that T-Roy cooks responsibly. See y'all next time.